It's that time for 7 Minutes with 7Signal, where we take a little feature in 7Signal, unpack it, and show you how it can have huge value. And I got to tell you, Keith, awesome stuff. Validating a Wi-Fi network, extremely important. And we're going to talk today about how you not only validate it, but you continuously validate it. And you continuously gather the data that you need in order to see what is going on for continuous optimization. After all, we're in the business of providing awesome experiences to those people who are trying to get their work done. So come on, let's take a look. So I'm going to hit the share button right here. And as you guys know out there, I mean, we use sensors. We put sensors out there. We not only do that, but we also have agents on laptops. We put agents on laptop computers in order to get that real experience, the real experience. First, we're going to talk about the expected experience and the inferred experience that we gather from our sensors. And so here we're looking at an example. And the other thing that Keith said, which was totally awesome, is he says, look, you have to be able to right off the bat tell the difference between this is a wired issue or this is a wireless issue. And this is an awesome way to do it. Just come to this little dashboard right here, and you can see it in black and white or in blue and gray. Wi-Fi connectivity, network connectivity. Let's take a look at those two right now together. So we're measuring here, what is Wi-Fi connectivity? Well, let's take a closer look, shall we? I'm going to click on that, and there you have it. Beacon availability, yeah, I can hear a beacon. Radio attached success, whoa, maybe not able to attach to an access point or two in the area. And then EAP authentication, enterprise authentication. Can I go through that whole that radius process, right? Now let's take a look at what we have for network connectivity. Oh, it's a little horse of a different color, if you know what I mean. Okay, network connectivity. Ooh, just like Keith said, the old DHCP success rate. Can I get an IP address? Can I do a simple DNS query? Can I ping a server? Can I get to an endpoint? These are all things that are happening on the network. So being able to quickly distinguish between wired and wireless is right at your fingertips. Super simple, super easy, just with a glance. And now while we're here, let's take a look at some other things with regards to quality. Okay, great, I can connect, but what's the quality? So with regards to the quality of the RF, the quality of the air, let's take a look at Wi-Fi quality. What's that comprised of? We're looking at retries. So we're doing these little sniffs, these little packet captures, and we can see all the frames that are in the air, which ones are tagged as retry frames. And are those retries coming from the AP side, or are they coming from the client side? And not only that, but when I measure, I need to be able to benchmark it against a target for good performance. Not sure what those targets would be or should be. Don't worry, 7Signal's here to help you. That's what the red line is right here. Okay, when it comes to retries, every Wi-Fi network has retries, but can we keep the retry rate below 30%? Because if we do, then we know that we're going to be able to function properly. So retries is a really good way for seeing, hey, is this a noisy environment? Because if it is, maybe I've got to try again. I can't hear you. Can you say that message again, please? Say it louder. Okay, can you retry the message? Because maybe it's a bit noisy in the environment. Down here, airtime utilization, an awesome metric for looking at congestion. All right, I can go fast with some cars on the highway around me. Too many cars on the highway, everything starts to bunch up, everything starts to slow down. So again, we've got the red line indicating the target, about 40%. Okay, some cars around me on the highway, I start to get into the 40s, 50s, 60s, I am not going to be able to go as fast as I wanted. So this is a great way to kind of see, hey, the air quality. All right, is the air in a good space, or do I have this CCI and this ACI that's potentially causing problems with the airspace, preventing me and my clients from doing a good job? Now, let's look at network quality, okay? Remember, when I say network, I want you to think end-to-end. And what we're talking about here in terms of network quality, think speed test, okay? End-to-end, how fast is it? Upload, download, a web page download time. So what we do at 7Signal is we'll put in all of the endpoints that our people need to get access to in order to do their work. I'm talking Slack, I'm talking Salesforce, HubSpot, Atlassian, Jira, all of those SaaS applications. We want to make sure that those are available to us with low latency. Ping round trip time to whatever servers that are important in our data center. And then of course, just like we're here today talking on the phone or via Zoom, we want to make sure that we've got good voice quality. So what we do is we perform a UDP test, we measure packet loss and jitter in that UDP test, put it into a formula to come up with a MOS or mean opinion score, characterizing the quality of voice conversations over Wi-Fi. Wow. Now that's not all, guys. I just want to show you a little bit more of what we have in store for you here at 7Signal. I'm going to dip into a deeper part of the software. It's going to look a little different. And, we were talking about co-channel interference. I'm going to go over here, right here, where it says channels. This is a great way to visualize co-channel interference because this is everything that one of our sensors can hear all around it. And when you see two lines close together like this, that is one access point broadcasting two SSIDs. Okay, and you can see the channel width over here. This is an example of adjacent channel interference where some 80 megahertz wide channel is stomping over what you're trying to do on channel 36. That could lead to a retry. Okay, if those frames, they will collide in midair if they're transmitting simultaneously. I mean, they wouldn't know the difference. They're literally on different frequencies. So, but when we come down here a little bit further, guys, let's find one. Let's find one. Here we go. You see something like this right here, guys? Let me zoom in. So here's an access point that is on at minus 70, and here is an access point at minus 59. That's potentially a problem. Now, generally what we say is that, maybe two, maybe three access points on the same channel, as long as, it's not like a ton of clients, might not be a big deal. But I'll tell you what, if people were on channel 56 and they were complaining, if I was like, why, the experience is kind of spotty, kind of touch and go, it's slow, it's fast, it's slow, it's fast. It could be because of this channel contention that you're looking at right here. Because I'll tell you what, at minus 70, a lot of clients are going to appreciate that and they're going to grab it. And at minus 59, that's going to, cause potentially thrashing back and forth. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? The idea here is that you don't know what a client is going to do, just like what Keith said. And if you're looking for a way to visualize your design in a manner that is helpful, I would invite you to look right here, right now, because what it's going to do is it's actually going to show you, okay, without being able to know what's on the floor below me or the floor above me, is there a way for me to visualize just how close together these access points are from a signal strength standpoint? Because that's what's taking place inside the green diamond. Hey, do I want to join this? Do I want to join that? At minus 48, sounds great, but you know what? At minus 68, I mean, I might be perfectly content with that too. What's the client going to do? And that's where we have to go over to the agent. The agent, whether it be your phone or your laptop, is actually going to know, or we're actually going to track and trend the decisions that your device is making. For example, let me click on roaming right here. And when I do, you can see that every minute I am measuring your signal strength and I'm comparing it to the best neighbor on the same SSID on the same band all around you. And this is super valuable because it really allows me to see up close and personal what you're connected at and what options are around you in order to truly determine if we have a sticky client. And just like Keith said, sticky clients are device issues. We need to look to the device. Is there a way to increase the roaming aggressiveness? Is there a way to design around what we're seeing? Let's take a closer look at the devices in our environment. Unfortunately, we're seeing a lot of mixed environments now. We see Android devices and Apple devices. We see Apple with Windows devices. It makes it more challenging, which makes you more valuable as an engineer. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope you enjoyed that, Keith. I know I did. And I just want to remind you guys all out there that while you and me, we can't see or hear Wi-Fi, but 7Signal can.